Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the C&D event semifinals for the 2024 Child's Challenge here at Potomac Curling Club.
Yeah, we got good games this morning. On Sheet A, we have Team Brantley versus Frosty Panthers. On Sheet B, we have Team Fabian versus Plan B. On Sheet C, we have the Broom Squad versus Team Nutmeg, the Spice Girls. And Sheet D, we have Rochester versus Ban the Crack.
Yep, hashtag ban the crack. They are advocating for the use of belts so that we don't see crack.
I approve.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and switch over so we can actually see the action going on. Oh, that is the wrong view. There we go.
So we're going to be mainly focusing on this Sheet B game here between Team Fabian and Plan B, but we'll jump around to some key shots in some of the other sheets as the games go on.
Try to get some of this adjusted because our cameras are not behaving. That is definitely not Sheet B we're seeing.
Go ahead. Yes.
So,
all right, here we go.
Here in the first end, Plan B is throwing without the hammer. And they got a center guard up, and they're trying to draw around. Wait, no, not Plan B has hammer. Sorry, got it backwards.
Sorry, yeah. Plan B is throwing the yellow rocks.
Plan B is throwing yellow rocks and has hammer, and Team Fabian does not have the hammer.
So over on Sheet C, the Spice Girls have the red rocks. We'll get that swapped here.
Okay, and this is Allison. Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome, Allison.
Thank you. And we also have someone from Team Nutmeg who got injured last night.
Oh.
So her team is on C, so I asked if she wanted to come commentate so we could know more about what was going on there.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. My name is Laura. I'm from Team Spice Girls from Nutmeg. We have Stacy Robertson subbing for me today. She is out of Hartford and graciously accepted the lead sub.
Oh, I don't think I introduced myself, but I'm Andy Dunham. I curl here at Potomac, and I'm here with Dylan.
Yep. So we'll be focusing here on Sheet B, our feature game for the day. For the duration of our coverage, we will have the game on Sheet C over on the side, but we will be giving updates on Sheets A and D throughout with scoring updates. That way everyone can keep top of where all the games are. But again, we'll be focusing on B and then C.
And one of the other Allisons is on the ice right now, so I have to remember that that's not me that they're talking to. There's 4 Allisons here this weekend, which was really exciting. We got a photo on Friday, and 3 of us have only 1 L in our name, which was really exciting because Allison with 1 L is always the name that doesn't get, the little trinkets at gift shops and stuff. So
yeah. And the Allison that we have commentating has been our event coordinator, so she's been in high demand throughout the weekends.
Yes, but I've also learned that I can't sit around and twiddle my thumbs between games, so I've fortunately been able to commentate a lot.
It's a nice hit there for
we got
team Plan B.
Got a PO to open it up a little bit, so they have the out-turn draw later. And we're going to have another come around here to try and apply some more pressure. You can see they're taking quite a bit of ice. It's been curling a lot this week.
I'm going to step away just for a second so I can turn on the TVs in the warm room.
And looks like we got another guard. clog up the middle here. Oh, we got all the way to the 12-foot.
And did you already discuss that Plan B is a team of 5 and that they've been rotating through their order?
We have not.
Okay, so it looks like Jess Harsono is not playing this game, so Jackie Sharp is skipping. So we also have Kelles, Maddy, and Naomi playing.
Yes.
Hello, guys. We made it in the house. In the house. In the house.
And we got a hit and roll attempt here on the shot stone. I don't know who's sitting second right now. Might be yellow.
And a nice hit.
And nice nose hit. Sit. It looks like 1 and 3 to me.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And we got another come around attempt.
And does it seem to be as curly as it has been the rest of the games? Well, that one was thrown really far out.
Yeah, that is out of play.
The rock before that, they over-curled to the other 8-foot. So you're still getting some curl. I've been seeing like 6 feet a lot of the games here this weekend. We scratched the rocks last Sunday, so the rocks are in peak curling shape.
It was quite an adjustment coming down from our Nutmeg ice. Faster and much more curly.
Yeah. They also flooded last weekend in preparation for this, so
Makes sense.
the ice itself was a lot newer.
And a nice peel. Open up the center and choke off the double takeout a little bit.
And now they're 1-2.
Yep. And we're going to get another draw attempt here.
This is the vice for Team Fabian, Jess Gallicchio, I believe is the pronunciation of her last name. It's on the back of her jacket.
Sounds right.
I hope I pronounced that right.
Looks like it's close this time. Need a
Not enough weight.
yeah, good line, but really need to work to get that in. But they got a center guard, so they still have a chance to wrap one around that later if it's not peeled here.
The ice will speed up over the next couple ends, so about third end, that shot probably would have made the house.
Yeah. Well, we got another come around here. It could really apply pressure with the hammer. Sit 3. And they're trying to hold it out early so it doesn't overcurl.
This one's looking a little light.
And that's Jackie that you can hear yelling hard.
I was wondering where that mic was.
Yes.
I think
Yes,
I heard-
yeah, in the gray sweatshirt. That's yes.
I heard my skip, Sandy, on sheet C yelling at Erin. And I was like, ah!
Yeah, we've got overhead microphones at both ends of the sheet, so.
Aha. Things I wish I had known before.
You know, you're not the first person to have said that.
You got to watch what you're saying out there.
I know.
And I don't have the ability to bleep.
Okay.
It's a $5 fine each time.
I think YouTube just says, no, you're demonetized.
There you go.
Not that I think we get anything anyways.
No, probably not, unfortunately. I have to take a moment to plug this Bonspiel. I know Allison has been here all weekend running it like an absolute champion.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I've also seen so many volunteers. I believe it's Judy with the food.
Yes.
And Doug here doing
Yes.
all the Doug things.
Yes.
It's been an amazing Bonspiel, so thank you all very much.
Yes, thank you. I have received many compliments, and a lot of people have been very impressed with the number of volunteers who have
Yes.
shown up. And our club was having a bit of a volunteer crisis. People were worn out, so I'm very relieved that so many people have shown up to help out.
Absolutely. Great job.
And that's going to...
You got a nice come
That looks
around,
good.
but it's a little bit in the hole, but it looks like it's really difficult to get through that hole. You need to throw quite a bit of weight. So they got a decision to make here to draw around or try and open things up. Or even play a double on the red.
Looks like they're going to try to chip this out.
So this is a difficult port to get through. It's a little dangerous. If you over curl, you could wreck that red and even spill them into sit two. But if you can get through the hole here, you'll be sitting really, really nicely for a big end.
Mm-hmm.
So big shot here in the first end for Jackie. It's not the end of the world here if they wreck the center guard. It's probably better to be wide than to over curl on this one. And they're on it out of hand.
Yeah, it's curling.
And they might want to try and play the double here. All right, well, they got the one out, opened up the back one, so need to place another one in the rings here for Team Fabian to prevent a hit for a three-ender. And they should have a good sense of how much is curling here. This is like the fourth time in a row they've played the out-turn draw.
And on sheet C, we have the first stone for the Spice Girls skip.
Remote's over there. I don't... Sorry, we're having a problem with one of our warm room TVs showing up the network connectivity stuff. Odd.
And Amanda has released her draw here on sheet B.
And she's waiting for it to curl up to the backing on sheet C.
It's curling nicely, but it needs to slow down a touch.
Nice draw on sheet B to get the force set up here, or a double attempt. But on sheet C, it's a little bit heavy on the skips first there, so she's going to have some real pressure to score her one. And it looks like Jackie's going to go for the double for three. Steal a one in the first end's not the end of the world, and the risk reward of a three, they're going for it. Don't think we've seen a rock travel on this path yet. There's been a lot of out-turn draws in this end, so it'll be interesting to see how it curls. And they're on it early. This is curling pretty hard. They might be close to the guard. So it will be a steal of two for Team Fabian in the first end. Take a 2-0 lead. And over here on sheet C, we have a draw against...
Is it against 4?
It looks like it's 4.
Wow.
But they have just thrown it, so they have at least a better sense this time on how the sheet's going to travel. It's never fun as a skip to throw a draw against 4 in the first end.
Absolutely not.
However, at least she has a little bit of backing here and just threw it, so there's at least some data that she can use. But
It looks kind of heavy.
It does. It's got a curl.
it's on that wider path right now. There, it's starting to curl over.
So as a scoring update from our game over on sheet A, Team Brantley also got a steal of 2 to go up 2-0.
And it looks like a steal of 4 on sheet C. So it's the end of the steal
Oh, wow. There was a...
on A, B, and C. And sheet D
Had a big 4-point...
big 4-point start
From Ban the Crack.
Yep.
Yep.
for the team from Diamond State.
I like their political movement. Their campaign buttons made me smile when I walked in.
Oh, I don't think I've actually seen the buttons
Oh,
yet.
it's amazing.
Oh. Oh, yes. That is excellent.
Yeah, they were worried. So they gave me a button, and they were worried that I was showing favoritism by wearing it. And I said, if any team gave me something to wear for their team, I would wear it. So I will make no judgments.
Well, I'm clearly showing favorites as well because I have one on my bag. So, because it's amazing.
We got a nice start to this end, but we're continuing to use the same side of the sheet. Lots of action on this right side. We got a nice center guard and come around, and
Sweeping hard.
to get another guard up here.
It's going to be a nice center line guard, which sets up a nice talking point. Andy, what rule is in effect here?
The no tick zone, so they got to be careful to that rock splitting the center line. If you ever tap it off the line, the other team gets the choice to put it back where it was, or if it benefits them, they could choose to leave if you split it off just a little bit, you might want to leave both guards there, and it's up to the other team. So it's a way to keep the team without the hammer, with a better chance to steal, and keep a little bit more offensive and aggressive throughout the game.
I'll take it.
And another good come around.
And if you would tap a center line shot and it stays on the center line, it then stays where it has been moved to.
Yes. It has to be on the line to start and then off the line for the other team to get the choice whether to replace it or not. You almost always see the team replacing it, but there are situations later in games when any guard for you is a good guard, so you might want to consider leaving both of them there. It only comes into play when it's the other team's, the other color's stone. If you wreck your own off the center line, then unfortunately you don't get to put it back.
Yeah, that's just when we say, well, sucks to be you.
And Team Fabian just had a nice shot clearing up the front guards. So
Yes. So they now have a clear path on the 2 yellows, and Jackie's going to be putting up what looks like a tight guard, or maybe even slip into the top 12 is the call. Try and block it off some.
And there was a nice, although accidental, tap on sheet C that was in favor of the non-Nutmeg team. Which team is over there?
The Broom squad.
The Broom squad. And the Broom squad was the winners of the Fun Fact matchup.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, very
They got a
nice.
100%.
Oh, my.
Yes.
Very
Okay.
good. And for our viewer who asked, we will be checking in on all of the other sheets, and we'll be providing score updates, but we don't quite have as good a camera angles for sheets A and D as we do for B and C. So for the most part, we'll be showing B and C, but if something interesting comes up with a fun-looking house, we might switch to a view where we can see all the houses.
And hit attempt goes Goes through the hole, so you got another chance to block up that double and apply some more pressure, get another rock in the rings for Naomi.
And on C, I believe Erin, second, is throwing for a double there. It's a happy miss.
Yep.
Yes. Cleared one at least.
And promoted their own up into the rings at least.
Yes. And that's about where they wanted it. So
Yeah.
another good shot from Naomi. And we're going to get another clearing attempt from Team Fabian. So they got first time in a while they've been throwing on this side of the sheet, and they're taking quite a bit of ice. These last two rocks were the first rocks down this side of the sheet. This one looks like it's closer. And you got a nice hit and roll. Kill one of the rocks and roll out of the path for the next one.
And Jackie's calling the guard again.
Yes, a replacement. She liked it where it was before, so putting it right back. They're sitting 3 right now, but there's not the easiest draw path in there with that red blocking the outturn draw and 2 rocks in the 8-foot on the left, choking off the in-turn draw.
It looks a little heavy.
And we might have a little split here. It's a pretty good result. But there is a big targety yellow here to hit. We're back on the intern side for the hit, so still haven't had the hit on this side yet.
Hard all the way, you got it, girls, you're doing it!
And a nice double.
Very nice.
Or a hit and roll. They didn't quite kill the other one, but it's now outcounted by the top red. So effectively a double for now. But we have a short run back attempt here to sit 2 right back, maybe 3 if they get a little roll. But if you hit it right on the nose, that red's going to outcount on the top right. And it's out there a little bit. They're waiting for it to curl. And they'll take out their own, but line up the 2 yellows more onto the red. And now it looks like they'll be guarding for their lives a little bit here, because there's a short yellow run back to get 2 or 3 that they're going to be trying to prevent. Team Fabian. If you look over on sheet C, the Broom squad is drawing in to sit 3, but they have 2 in the back 8 there. So there'll be a chance for the Spice Girls to draw down, sit 1 with some backing.
Which I think they would be very relieved to get since they gave up 4.
All the way.
Just getting 1 in there. taking some pressure off, not having the other team sitting 3 is always a nice sigh of relief.
And this one from Team Fabian just over curled.
Yeah.
Yep, so we're going to get a hit attempt here. If they really wanted to attempt it, there's a double on the 2 reds here. And you even get a little bit of a drag effect on those 2 yellows if you hit it on the just left of center. And you could sit 3 or 4.
It looks like she sees it.
And over on sheet C, their come around attempt was not quite successful. So the Broom squad is going to be trying to block up that hole. Sit from Jackie looks like it's close.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Nice hit.
Yeah.
nice
right
hit to sit 2 and really apply some pressure on Team Fabian. With 4 yellow stones in there, you need to be precise and keep your red shooter in here to not risk giving up a bigger end.
No, over on C, it looks like
Their stone over curled.
yeah, and they ticked in the Spice Girls
Yeah.
right to the button.
Yeah.
So they'll have a chance to draw another one in there with some backing.
The good news is the skip, Sandy Black, does not get frazzled when she goes down 4. We've seen it before. She keeps it, she's very calm in those situations.
That's good.
Knowing from experience here.
It's a very important quality in a skip.
Yes. So well, everybody out there for Spice Girls right now is in their 5th year, so this is their last child's.
Have they played together the whole time? With you? How's it?
Actually, Siri, the vice, and I have played together several times. She went as skip last year. I viced for her. And we play together on a Tuesday night, the 3 of us, not Stacy.
Nice.
Our sub. So yeah, we play together.
And the hit will go through the uprights. However, yellow is only sitting 2 right now, so they have a decision to draw for 3. Play a little split on that top yellow to try and get 4. Or even try and pick that red out for 4 or 5. And it looks like they're just going to be drawing in for 3.
So Mindy chimed in on the chat and said, great hit, Jackie, about Jackie's last.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And over on sheet C, it was a really nice draw. So they're sitting 2, and there's no easy way to remove either of them with the yellows in the back 8 there. So there's a big hit coming up here to try and sit 2nd on top of the other red to try and make it harder to score 2.
And on B, they didn't call as much ice as I thought they would, and it is curling.
Yeah, they need to get on this to try and tap the yellow up. And it's close.
Oh, look at that.
But it wrecks, and looks like they're only going to get 2 here. But the game's all tied up.
Wow.
And score update on sheet A. It is another steal of 2 for
Brantley.
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 The Georgia team.
Yep. All the way from Peachtree.
And on sheet C here, we have the last stone from
Lots of weight.
the Broom squad trying to hit one of these reds out or even sit on top. They're
I don't
trying.
know that it's going to curl enough.
I think it's wide. I think it might flash.
They're trying to curl it up, and they
Oh, she
make
got
a
it.
nice
Okay.
hit to pick one of the reds out and leave a draw for 2.
All right.
Well, actually, let's get a good camera angle here. They're checking those 2 stones. It looks like yellow might be shot rock,
Yeah,
so they
that-
might have to hit that one to get their 2.
Yeah.
It's a tricky hit to roll in to get the 2 as well, because you need to get the roll. You can't just straight nose it to outcount the back one. So that was a nice shot by the Broom squad.
Absolutely. It looked wide and it came over.
Yeah. Been getting plenty of curl across all these shots this week. And a nice center guard to start the end on sheet B. And it looks like they might just be drawing
Yeah.
on sheet C for their single point.
Yes.
And yesterday of the 4 sheets, C had the least amount of curl.
Really?
Yeah. And the Brooms about halfway in the 8.
Here on sheet B, we got a tick of the center guard. However, it stayed on the center line, so the tick did not come into play. But it's going to force the draw on the intern side, which hasn't been played as much this game.
Yeah, Jackie's calling for sweep.
And it looks like it's coming up a little bit short. Something you might, as a team, want to discuss in the hack to let the thrower know it might be a little bit slower.
What was the result on C?
Absolutely. Over on C, Sandy Black made the draw. Actually, she hit her own and ticked it out
Okay.
the back. But still counting 1 for Nutmeg.
So that will update that score to 4-1. And on sheet D, there was a deuce in the second end
From Rochester.
from Rochester to bring the game to 4-2 in favor of Diamond State. Ban the crack.
Top 4, Naomi. Top 8, top 4.
Makes me smile every time. I'm getting a lot of texts from Nutmeggers who are tuning in to.
Yep. Oh, wow. We're up to 45 viewers right now.
Wow.
That's-
A lot for 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Welcome, Nutmeggers. Oh, jumped up to 49.
Yay!
And we have another intern draw attempt here. And there's plenty of center guards, so if they sink one in here, it's going to be pretty tough to get to. And they're hoping for it to stop.
Let's slow down.
And
Back 12.
back 12. So we got a chance to see Fabian draw one in here in the top 4 under a bunch of guards. Finally switching sides of the sheet this end.
Yeah. Dylan, could you switch the warm room TVs? Thank you.
And they need a sweep for line here to get it by. And, ooh, great sweep.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it curls all the way up to kill the back one. So great sweep and a little bit heavy, but I think that helped them on that shot to get by. And we're going to get another attempt here to draw into the top 4. And they have not touched it yet, so they're really hoping for it to curl up to the backing. And another removal of the backing. So not really using our sweepers yet here this end. We've been throwing them back house weight.
So the ice is probably still speeding up on them, which is why they're a little heavy.
Yeah. Luckily, with that backing there, they've still been able to get use out of these shots.
This one looks to be doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yep. This might want to take an extra second in the hack here and discuss it as a team, what you think might want to be thrown.
Okay, Jackie just called top 4.
Yep.
They're not in the 4-foot. They're only back 8, so any red.
They still have these 2 center guards here, so if they can curl one in, it's going to be pretty hard to get to. And with that red in the back 8-foot, even if they try and run something in, there's something they could potentially jam on.
I think it is T+. I think it's back line.
And this one's traveling on a wider path, so it's likely still a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
And that one's not fully removed, so there's a chance for a draw or a hit to sit 2. And we're getting another draw attempt. With that yellow out in the open, they don't have to hit it now. They could come back and hit it later. If they make this come around before the other team, they're really lowering the risk of a steal.
This looks like a lot of weight, though. We'll see if it slows down that far out.
Yep, we have not seen someone throw it light on this line yet. Might want to sweep it for the backing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to slip through. So now they're chance to sit 2 and 1 on the center guard. But this tough line, nobody's found the speed yet.
The sweeping is starting early.
Yep, we have them on early for line, but it looks like the weight's closer on this one.
Yeah.
And it's still heavy. And now there's not really a hole to draw through. So you can be heavy and still come on to something. And the sweepers haven't touched this one yet, but it looks like it's close. There.
Yeah, weight's enough.
Yeah, weight's definitely there, so it's going to be line that's important. And they get a nice roll.
Yeah, and cleared that yellow.
Great shot.
The way it's curling, that one's still accessible, but they still might be trying to wrap one into the top 4. with the redstone starting to pile up behind the guards, it's going to be important to place these draws well for Plan B.
Over on C, it looks like the Spice Girls are about to come in, try to hit a double. Yellow has 2 touching the button.
Yep. Even if they just hit and stick on top, they just need to get some of the yellow out there.
They just called the push call.
Yep.
And just a little bit wide on that one. Back on.
Oh, and the first one that's been too light.
Well, the weight was fine. They just over-curled on that one. However, it did roll to at least make the hit on the back yellow tougher. So we have it first time in a while we're going back to the outturn draw. I don't know if they're playing the tap here or if they're playing the come around, but the way it's been curling, looks like it's probably the tap to me.
Yeah.
You got to be careful though, because if you ever split it, then you open up the freeze on both sides. And another draw into the 4-foot on sheet C for the Broom squad. So we're going to get another big hit attempt here to try and remove 2 of those yellows. And a good angle, but not quite enough weight to get it to second shot. However,
and I heard contact on C.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. They got a double over on C, but this tap here on B, they might not have sat second, but there's not really an easy path in here for Plan B. So they might just be trying to make the shot for 2 as difficult as possible for Team Fabian. They are playing what I believe to be a guard on that tap. However, it looks like Team Fabian's still going to have an outturn hit on that yellow on the next one for a big end. That one curls past the tap, but blocks a draw. And Team Fabian is not attempting the hit for 4, but they have a wide draw path for 2.
And this is hammer.
Yes, this is hammer. And over on sheet C.
Looks like the first skip stone.
It's the first skip zone, but the Broom squad's sitting 3 pretty spread apart, so.
It looks like a setup for a hit and roll on the shot rock.
Yes, or a freeze. I think that's ice for a freeze on the back one.
Oh.
And on A, there are a lot of stones in the house. And it's Brantley's final stone, but not the hammer.
They get the tap for 2 on sheet B. So 2 for Team Fabian to take a 4-2 lead after 3 ends.
I really appreciate the speed at which they're playing. Very efficient over on sheet B.
Yes. These games seem to be moving faster. I'll know for sure when I go out for my 20-minute warning.
They're on a nice 15-minute per end pace.
You can hear the Vice over on C, Siri, yelling at the stone to curl.
You know, they don't really follow directions.
No, they don't. But good effort. And I can't wait to tell her she was mic'd this entire time.
It can't hurt to speak to the stones.
That's true.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
I know, I do too.
As somebody who throws their rock and chases their team yelling sweep when they think they're narrow, I'm regretting that because everybody was hearing that.
At least the nice thing is the stones don't yell back at you.
Yes.
Very true.
Okay, and the Frosty Panthers just scored their first point.
So it's 4-1 for the team from Peachtree after 3 ends. And it's still on Skip Rocks, the third end here on C. And over on D, they're on the hammer for the Diamond State team. Looks like they're drawing for 3.
Yeah.
Little bit of backing, but they're going to need to curl all the way up to it.
Could we see the house views, Dylan, for... Yeah.
Yep, so over there on sheet D, they have that 2 under the guard, and they're drawing for their third point to the 4-foot. And on sheet C, that was the skips first for the hammer team, so we're coming up to the last rock for the non-hammer team. Broom squad sitting 3, but there are 2 center guards here, so there's going to be an important come-around freeze attempt here.
And Julie's stone is going to cross the far hog. Looks heavy, but there's backing.
And over here on sheet B, we have double center guards for Team Fabian. So, got some offense going here early.
And 2 points for Ban the Crack on sheet D.
Yep. So the draw for 3 was unsuccessful, but they still maintain a 4-point lead. And over here on B, the
Jackie's yelling hard.
Yeah, the come around is tight, but that guard's not on the center line, so it's effectively a tick shot to 2 corners. Over on sheet C, the last rock for Team Nutmeg is a little bit heavy. And that's going to leave a draw for 4 for the Broom squad.
Sorry.
And on B, the Fabian stone was also heavy.
Yes. We have not seen many rocks come up short.
No.
The miss has mainly been heavy this morning. You need to make sure you use those sweepers. They're here for a reason.
And multiple people have said they're cold out on the ice, and I said, well, then you just need to sweep more.
Yeah, they're not. They're just being mean to their teammates.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep them cold.
Yeah.
That being said, there is such a thing as using your sweepers too much. As someone who plays front end, I have been abused by my skip a few times. Because he especially is chronically light on his shots.
Well, as a front end player as well, it still feels better to have control over the shot as opposed to standing there hoping that it stops.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it.
And the draw for 4 on sheet C is made.
Yes.
So that's a 8-1 lead after 3 ends for the Broom squad.
Okay.
So every game is now through 3 ends. It's 4-1 on sheet A for Peachtree, 4-2 on sheet B for Team Fabian, 8-1 on sheet C for the Broom squad, and 6-2 in favor of #BanTheCrack on sheet D.
Still smiling every time I hear that.
Yes, their advocacy for the use of belts is excellent.
I remember years ago when I was playing in a junior bonspiel here, someone was wearing jeans in the hack. They squatted down and ripped their pants. And they went into the warm room, taped it up with some duct tape, and they were ready about 5 minutes later.
Is that why we have a giant drawer full of tape here?
Must be.
I found it very hard over the past few days to nail a solid corner guard here. I don't know why. I think I don't know. I see
the
it.
curl.
Yeah, I think it's
Yes.
the curl, and at the end, if the handle is the slightest bit lazy, I think it just kind of glides a little bit, which I'm not used to. But
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot, that this ice it's not kind to light handles.
So the way it's curling here, you really need to, it rewards a good release and it penalizes softer release. So you really want to make sure you're throwing an outward motion to the broom.
okay.
Even if you throw it a little bit wide, it's going to be a little bit easier to control and sweep it over. If you're narrow, it's really hard to save on this ice.
We noticed that as well.
The wider ice you take on a guard, it's more likely that you're still going to be able to make it. When it's curling like this, guards become one of the hardest shots to make.
Jackie calling a control weight hit here.
Yep, they're going to try and roll one into the rings and open up their draw path later. There's a few red guards over there they can try and roll behind. Trying to...
Yeah, it looks
like
nice.
Nose.
They jam it on the back one, but they do get a yellow into the rings. But right now, there's not really an easy path in, so Team Fabian's trying to block it up even more. Haven't touched the guard yet, but it's starting to cut over.
Yeah, it's in the house.
It squirts through the hole a little bit, but it does open up the back one just a little bit. See if they take that hit through the port on or if they just hit the top one. But we're definitely going to be seeing a hit here to try and open things up. Over on sheet C, we have no rocks in the center. We have a lot of corner guard usage, which is good for Team Nutmeg. And they don't remove the rock completely, but it does open things up a little bit on sheet B. getting another guard attempt here on the shot stone.
I like it.
For Amanda's first skip stone.
Great come around on sheet A for yellow.
Yeah,
really shrink the scoring area.
Yeah, with 4 red stones in the house there.
On sheet C, we now have Team Nutmeg sitting 2, but they're not quite under the corner guard. So we're getting a hit attempt here.
It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back.
And it looks like the guard's going to be made here on sheet B. Not quite biting.
But nicely blocking the port.
Yep, great line. So we're going to have to see a hit to try and open up a chance to score.
Over on C, yellow just made a nice double. They're currently sitting 3.
Yes. But we have another chance to draw around the corner guard here.
And on D, there are 2 yellow in the house.
On D, there's 3 reds around the edges, but there's 2 yellow in the forefoot that they're trying to hit out with no guards at the moment. And on sheet C, the come around is just a little bit heavy. So back on sheet B, plan B is trying to peel off the guard just thrown to open up a path for their last shot. If they hit it on the right angle, they might even get the bonus of tapping that yellow over a bit as well. Because right now that yellow and the red on the right, on the forefoot line are really blocking both draw paths. The easiest way in is to hit that back red if they clear the guard, but Team Fabian's likely to try and block that on the next shot.
Oh, it's curled a lot.
Yeah, this one is
Hard, guys.
curled all the way up to the other guard and nosed it. But they do have 2 taps available now. Are both difficult, but they at least have both sides to use. Need to be careful if you tap the yellow on the that's in the rings though, because if you ever miss, you might risk giving up a steal of 2, even if it's second shot right now. And are they throwing a guard here, or are they tapping, or I'm not quite sure with ice. Because right now the best chances for yellow to score that out-turn draw or tapping one of the 2 yellow guards.
It'll move. It's just that it's got to be the right weight. So what for the draw?
I was thinking it might be easier on this shot to actually come from the other turn. And
Yeah.
he could block the out-turn draw and that out-turn tap and force the in-turn draw.
It's a lot of weight.
Yep.
They're gonna
They
go
might
tap.
try and tap. They might want to curl sweep this and tap that red in further. Does that open up a hole? I mean, it's a
Maybe.
it's a nice shot to get another one in the rings, but I don't know if it opens up the back one or not. It's risky.
Sorry.
Yeah, with how much the stones are moving.
And the way they tap that one, it makes the tap on the left yellow, much more difficult because there's a little bit of a stagger there now. So the decision is to try and draw through the other hole with, I think, backline weight to try and make sure they get through there with that ice. The only other option it would be to raise the yellow back on the other side. But with the corner guard where it is, that would make it a little difficult. This is a pretty small port with this turn in this weight. Usually when the port's smaller, it's easier to get through with more weight, especially when it's curling like this.
There is about, it looks like a stone and a quarter gap that they could get through.
And if you just squeak by the red on the left, it might curl a quarter stone in that amount of time. If you're throwing draw weight. I don't know, maybe they're
Promoting?
Tapping
promoting
their
the yellow.
That's what it looks like is going to happen at least.
Okay.
They hit it on the best angle they could, but it's heavy. So there's a steal of 2 to take a 6-2 lead for Team Fabian.
It looks like Skip's stones on the other 3 sheets as well.
Yep, we have the hammer stone over here on sheet A, which looks like an angle run back attempt.
Yeah, there's a lot in play there.
There's a lot of rocks in the forefoot. They're trying to, very difficult angle run back to try and get some of the yellows out of the forefoot. As it stands right now, it looks like red's sitting 1. Nope, yellow.
Yellow, I think.
Yellow.
I popped it.
And it's gonna stay 1 yellow. So it's a big steal for the Frosty Panthers to get it back to 4-2.
And on sheet C, Sandy is going down for her first stone.
Yes, she's going to try and draw under the yellow on the 12-foot.
And we have the hammer stone all the way over on D, which looks like it's a hit for 4 to tie the game.
Oh, wow.
It's a little bit overlapped, so it's a precise hit. But even if you take off one of your own, still get a 3 here.
Yeah.
Hard. All the way. All the way.
It's a big opportunity over there for Rochester. And on sheet B, we have our first center guard tick rule in play. As plan B crashed on the center guard and ticked it off the line, and Team Fabian elected to put it back where it was. Over on sheet C, there's a nice draw for Team Nutmeg to sit 2, and doesn't really look like there's a double there because there's lots of jams with how thin that one is.
And on D, the hammer is now in play.
And it's light. So it's going to be a steal.
Too bad.
Yeah. They're going to want that one back. So that makes that score 7-2 in favor of Ban the Crack. And we have the last stone for the non-hammer team on C, which is a hit attempt.
Yeah, I think.
On, Yeah, on the red on the left forefoot. And they're really waiting for it to curl here. Looks like it's going to at least chip it out. Yep, so we're going to have a draw attempt for 2 points for Team Nutmeg.
It's going to stay, sweep. Whoa, curl, curl, curl. Curl, curl, curl.
Oh, and on B, the stone's out real close to the sideline. It stayed in play.
Stayed in play, and it might even stay in the rings. It's close.
Yeah.
It's shot rock.
And on C, maybe they're discussing if they want to hit versus draw.
That is exactly what I believe they are discussing. I assume she's going to throw a control up hit at that broom.
So they got to be a little bit more precise here. They can't afford to roll very far.
Little heavy? Yes, we can, man. Yes, yes, yes. I know, but which side? I know, come on, you want your line?
And back on sheet B, we have a come around for Team Fabian to the back 4. So a lot of action under the center guard already, but they're all behind the T line. And we have a peel attempt. And
Lots of sweep calls occurring right now.
yep,
Every sheet just went off at the same time.
they are electing to peel it off with the intern, which brings the risk of a jam into play. And it's out there. And the peel is successfully made without a jam. Which will promptly get replaced. And score update on sheet C.
They did not make their hit.
They did not make their hit. And it's now 8-2. They're opening up with a draw to the wing on sheet C. Must be trying to pile some rocks on the edge of the house. Down 6, that might just try and apply some pressure on the other team.
Absolutely.
Plan B's throwing another hit here on sheet B. Oh, that moved as soon as she let go.
Absolutely.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
So big chance for Team Fabian to really put some pressure on. Over on sheet C, the draw to the wing was successful for Team Nutmeg, and the Broom squad just came in a little bit heavy. So they're sitting one over on the wing to start the end. See how this strategy pays off for them.
Yeah. Sometimes I think changing the strategy works, but then other times I think it's just a failure.
Might just be switching things up, get the other team uncomfortable.
Yeah.
When you're down big early, you can take more risks. You kind of have to. So see how it works out for them. And the guard is made, so we have another attempt at clearing here for Plan B.
Well, they have lots to hit.
Naomi!
They do.
Kelles!
They don't, with how tight that one is to the rings, they didn't necessarily have to throw peel on that one. They could have tried to throw less weight and roll it into the rings.
Okay.
And they somehow picked the back one.
Yeah.
So they're actually sitting shot rock now.
Did you hear it? Yeah, I rolled on something. I heard it. Is there like a bump?
If it curled up and killed that one with that much weight, I wonder if you could have just played the hit straight up on that one with like hack weight and sat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard it.
And I can hear someone talking about maybe something being on the ice, I think, on sheet A. They were just checking. They said they could hear a bump.
Huh.
Yeah.
Over on sheet A right now, team from Peachtree is sitting 2 and drawing a third one in, currently on Vice Stones.
I would love top 8 half berry. Top 8 half berry. Like here. Got a girl. Whoa, got a girl. Okay, go. Push it.
I missed that last one on sheet B, but we have a chance for Plan B now to draw to sit 2.
All the way. Get her up.
If this one's made, it could really flip the end around for them.
All right, and the curl is starting.
Haven't touched it yet, so they really got to hope it sits
Oh,
around.
lots of weight.
And it is through. Got another out-turn draw attempt here with plenty of center guards to hide behind.
Kelli, go, Kelli. All the way, Kelli. All the way. Go. Got it.
And they're sweeping hard on C. And hit out the what was probably shot.
So Team Nutmeg is sitting 1 now and 3, it looks like. I think that back one's still biting, but they're freezing the second shot stone, which would make it pretty hard to remove any of those reds if it's made. And all the way over on sheet D, they're now on Vice Stones in the 5th end with, it looks like yellow might be sitting 1 behind several reds. If you can get a house view of sheet D really quick. So actually red is sitting 1 in a nice line.
So I'm not going to overthrow it. I'm going to try not to.
And another chance to make the come around here for Jackie to sit 2. And haven't touched it yet. Looks like it really needs to curl.
Yeah.
And now it's about to start picking it up, but they are not going. Really need it to sit down. Starting to dig in.
Maybe it'll stick around.
Sits down just enough to sit 2 and not leave any double. but the draw's still there with backing if they want to play that as well. They should be pretty comfortable with it. Seen this line quite a few times.
Yeah, they've thrown that shot a lot now.
Yeah, I think 3/4 of the end has been
Yes.
this exact shot.
Yes. And I know I get frustrated as a skip if I've just called the same shot over and over and over and over. Please, someone make it.
Exactly.
Please.
Well, if this one's made, it will be a force, which would be really big for Team Fabian. But you got some pressure on it because it's not placed well. They could get a 3 and get back into this game. Sweeping it like it's close.
Yeah.
And it will be shot rock.
Yeah.
And at least partially buried, but you can see a piece, and the way it's curling, even on that peel earlier, they were able to pick one out. So if they want to play hack weight at that, they could probably tap that out for 3. Looks like they're playing lots of ice, though. I'm not sure they're playing the hack waiter.
Yeah.
I know. I think with the scoreboard here, you really have to go for this.
Let's listen and see what she says here. I can hear. Nope. Jackie is not as loud as she normally is.
She went silent
Yes.
the second you said that.
I think before the game, Dylan was saying that the close end is not quite as loud as the far end. And just to update some of the other sheets, it looks like Peachtree sitting pretty nicely on Skip Rocks over on A to get 2 or 3. And over on C, Team Nutmeg sitting 1 with some backing.
And Skip Stones are up next there.
And yeah, they're just going into Skip Stones. And over on D, might need an overhead camera to get a better look at that one.
Yeah, Julie's throwing a hit. I think another yellow must be in the forefoot.
Yeah, can you pull up the...
Oh, it hit the guard.
Overhead. So that end's really flipped in the last little bit. So yellow sitting 2. And trying to block up the hit for Van the
Jackie
Craft.
releases.
Looks like they are trying to play that hack waiter, but that was
needs
quite
a
a bit
curl.
of ice.
Yeah. Okay, it's going.
Oh, wow.
It's not. No, that's just a draw for 1, I think.
Yep. All right.
Well, it's big just get a point on the board there, and they're going to have to try hard to get a steal here in 6. But that gets the score to 6-3 in favor of Team Fabian.
Is Fabian someone's last name, or do we know how they
Yeah,
got it?
Yes.
that's
Yes.
Skip's
Skip's last name?
Skip's last name.
Okay. Wasn't sure.
Same with the Brantley team over on sheet A. It's the Skip's last name.
And over on sheet C, Team Nutmeg split the house and is sitting 2. Still no play to the middle, but they might make them throw against multiple red stones. And they're going to need a couple big steals here.
And for a time check, they're down to 30 minutes. So I'll be going out at 20 to let everyone know how many ends they think they'll get.
Should get some sort of bell and ring it like.
I'm trying to not be that distracting. But we do have plenty of cowbells.
Oh, a massive
Oh, wow.
fall on
Oh.
sheet A.
My.
Slide tackled the center guard, but she looks like she's
Yes.
okay. Luckily, it looked like
That was the last stone, so they don't have to rearrange.
they don't have to rearrange and didn't affect anything on any of the other
Yeah.
sheets, and she's right back up and walking around. Looks like it wasn't too awkward of a fall. It fell on one of the more cushioned spots.
She's good. The rock might have some feelings about it, though.
And that updates that score to 7-2 for Brantley after 5 ends. And taking a peek over here at sheet C, we have chance to sit 2 for Team Nutmeg. And this is their last rock.
But not the hammer.
But not the hammer. It's the last for the non-hammer team. And we have the hammer coming up on sheet D for Team Rochester. If we can get an overhead look how that ends setting up. So we're going to have a difficult draw for 2 here. Need to get at least a piece of the forefoot. Looks like we have a doubles end setting up here on sheet B. Center guard and back 4. And the draw looks like it's pretty close. And it's made.
On both sheets.
On sheet D, it's made. So it's now 7-4 for Ban the Crack after 5 ends. And over on sheet C, the draw is made to sit 2, but left a nose hit for the Broom squad. So they probably would have liked that one to be maybe just 1 rock higher so they couldn't nose it to sit shot rock. But they have them thrown against multiple points, so chance to get chip away at that lead.
Yeah.
And back on sheet B, we have a big opportunity for Plan B with the staggered center guards. They could really apply some pressure on.
Yeah, they're having a nice start to this end.
And 6 ends a really important end to score if you want the even ends with hammer.
Yeah.
And the hammerstone's off on sheet C. You have a big weight that looks like they're going to hit it, but potentially roll out and give up a steal of 1. Yep, steal of 1. So 8-3 for the Broom squad after 5 ends. Starting to chip away at that lead. And a great sweep, but it still rolls through the hole there for Team Fabian. And still have a bunch of staggered center guards, so a really good opportunity to steal here. Just got to sink one into the forefoot.
But Jackie just called the 12-foot.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes up 12-foot or if it's a little heavy and they sweep one into the forefoot, either way, they have a good chance to get some pressure on them. This one has room Now line's getting close. Oh. And it is a nice top 8 draw.
Yeah, very nice.
And Team Fabian is electing to play a hit and roll on that back one. Looks like it's about board weight here, so trying to hold it.
Yeah,
looks like
curling
it's close.
nicely. Yeah.
Just a little bit overswept, but still pretty well made. If they got up a little bit sooner, they might have rolled all the way under the center guard.
Sorry about that. That was so narrow. So narrow. There was no hope. I appreciate it.
I still see enough of it to attempt to hit here. It's a difficult hit, and with all these center guards in play, I'm a little surprised they're not playing the draw on the other side. But they made the hit.
Wow.
A great shot.
Yep.
All the way, pull it, 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 pull it.
So Fabian now gets to choose which side to draw on.
They were considering hitting the guards for a second, but it looks like they're going all in and trying to get a multiple score here by making the come around.
Oh my goodness.
She'd see there's already a center guard and one partially behind it, maybe edge on edge with the center guard, and chance to try and apply some early pressure.
Oh, this one had its handle reverse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have our first
Yeah.
$5 fine.
Yes, absolutely.
That one wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure you've heard worse, possibly
yeah.
from me over the past couple days. So.
And I'm going to go get ready for the time call, so I'll be back in a minute.
Do you ever just want to pop it? Do you ever just want to nose it?
And there's a chance to wrap another one in here to really
Do you ever just want to nose it?
choke off both draw paths a bit and apply a lot of pressure.
We would like to get rid of it.
Looks like it's a little heavy to me, but
Yeah.
yep.
I
They were
figured.
going a little bit for line early, but it's going to sail through. And they're debating where it looks like they're playing the same shot again. It's a race to get one synced in behind these center guards.
This one's really out near the sideline.
That came
Yes.
awfully close to touching the line, but it hasn't, and it might even be able to tap the red up now. Oh,
I think it's-
whoa, just went sideways. And it got shot rock.
Oh. We had a fall. That was a very exciting moment there.
Yeah. Whew. It is still open, and there is a little bit of room to try and roll in.
That's what you call a reminder to the skip that you're still on ice.
have a soft weight hit here. Try and get nose or just inside nose, but they're trying to coax it over. Some words of encouragement to the stone.
Oh, nope.
Oof.
Very close.
And they found the hole. Probably rather have caught the hole there than just barely chisel that red, because if they just caught it might have tapped it underneath the center guards.
Now, how long have you both been curling?
So I started curling in 2014, but I've missed a few seasons because of these circumstances over the last couple of years. Yeah. And Andy?
Basically my whole life. So I'd say I started curling at 5, so like 22 years.
Oh, wow.
But I've been around the club since I was a baby.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my
parents curl?
My parents started curling in the 80s. My coach and my uncle, my coach is my uncle, and he started curling when he was around 10.
Oh, wow.
So that was probably the late 60s, early 70s. He's the one who got my entire family into it, so we've been around.
I am one of the COVID people for the under 5, so this is my 4th year, but I did miss like a year and a half, or a year and a half, and a half. It was a mess. So we say 4. Could be 3 if you fought it, but.
And this is my 13th season, so I was spoiled as a college student with dedicated curling ice on campus, so I got to learn as a freshman.
That's nice.
Yes.
What university is that?
It was Bowling Green State University, and after I graduated, they decided curling was not making the university enough money, so they switched it to junior hockey.
Oh, ouch.
And then Bowling Green has now built their own dedicated facility.
Did you ever play in 5 and unders?
I played in 1. They weren't really a thing then.
Okay.
I didn't even know about it, and I only know I played in 1 because I have a pin from 1. I think it was they were just we need someone to skip a team. Please, Allison, come do this. I didn't know anything. It's fine, whatever. I'll play.
Well, I never got a chance. I was 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I never got a chance really to play in any 5 and unders either. My first 3 full seasons of curling were up in Alaska.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fairbanks?
Yes, up at Fairbanks.
Nice.
So hard to get to a lot of spiels other than the ones we were hosting.
Yeah. And we have a draw here on sheet B for Team Fabian to take a commanding 8-3 lead, but if it stays at 7-3, it's a big point here. Over on sheet C, Team Nutmeg is sitting 1 under center guards.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it curled.
Oh, wow.
This is...
Oh.
And
That's
a
a
steal.
Not the...
What a turn of events.
Yes, not Fabian's desired outcome.
That's a three-point swing. Mm-hmm. That was perfect weight. They just needed to get it by.
Sarah. That works.
So that makes it 6-4 after 6 ends, and Team Fabian will retain the hammer for the 7th end.
Good three.
And now if they would play fast, they can get 1 more end.
After this one?
Yeah, so they're at 15 minutes right now. So
They've been going at a pretty good 15-minute per end pace, but see how complicated the end gets here for them.
That makes me assume that the others will finish the one they're in and have 1 more?
yes.
Okay.
And we're on skip stones on every other sheet right now, but they're all on skips first.
Doesn't look that heavy.
Yeah.
So we're watching the quickest game right now.
Naomi.
I like an efficient game.
It's fine.
Yeah, we have not had very many 8N games here this weekend. I think maybe 2 or 3. I think there were a couple last night.
Maybe more deliberation because of the stakes involved. Oh, look at that.
Let's get the overhead camera up here for a second so we can get a better look at A and D. So the Frosty Panthers are in some trouble.
Oh. On C, Sandy just made a very nice shot. So.
And on sheet C, Team Nutmeg is now sitting 2 under center guard. So they're set up pretty well here and for a force or even a steal. So they're continuing to try and chip away. And all the way over on D, Rochester's trying to get back into this game and apply some real pressure. I think they're sitting only 1.
But do they have a hit?
But they have one more stone coming after Ban the Crack here. So big chance to try and freeze and get their score. But if this is missed, Rochester has a real opportunity.
Come this way. A lot less. Yeah, like a little more. Looks actually like more.
And on A, there's quite a lot happening in front of the house.
Yes, so this is the last stone for the non-hammer team, Brantley, and they're trying to just block any path that's available to the Frosty Panthers, which right now looks like they're blocking Port and trying to force them to play a really wide draw on their last. And over on D, the draw is going to come up just a little bit heavy and leave more backing for the Rochester team to try and lock one in there. So, really big shot here. They lock this one in, they can steal a 2 or 3 if they get a little bit of a bump as well. So, even if they come up a little bit short, they'll make it a lot harder for Ban the Crack to score. And back on C, we have the last stone for Team Nutmeg. And they're trying to draw a third one in.
Yeah.
I think it's here.
Yeah, they're going to try to threaten a big steal here.
And on sheet B, we might see a short little run back here. It's lined up pretty well to avoid the backing as well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Kelles.
Yes. Yes, the mics are good.
Yes.
Yep.
At the far end on B.
The far end has been working.
Absolutely.
Although it doesn't get the run, we do get a little bit of a tap to the edge of the 4.
Oh, and on C, it looks like their stone curled a little too much, so it did not.
It's close for who's sitting third,
Okay.
though.
Yeah.
You might have to bust out the measure for that because it's hard to tell.
I hope they do.
Because they're on opposite ends of literally they're opposite sides of the house.
Yeah.
Who has a guess?
I mean,
Oh, and
I
over
have
on
red glasses.
sheet D, there is a draw that comes up just short. So they're only sitting 1.
so over on sheet A, Brantley got a 1-point steal there, and they are shaking hands.
Okay.
So our first final is 8-2 for Team Brantley.
And they're from the Peachtree.
Yep, from Peachtree.
Club.
And they will play again at noon in the D final. They will play the winner of sheet B.
Yep. And then the winners of our games on sheets C and D will play each other in the C final.
Yes.
And here comes the Hammerstone for the Broom squad. And if this winds up being a little heavy, they could wind up tapping that back yellow and taking the measure out of play. It's not curling.
No.
So it's at least a steal of 2 here. It could be 3. Might wind up breaking out that measuring device.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
say.
let me go be ready in case.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hear Siri saying measure.
And over on D, was that a steal of 1?
I was looking at B, or at C, and they started moving the stone. So we will find out in a minute when they hang it up.
You want to go for it again? I think it's there. You got to just hit like
Looks
half, like here.
based off of who's holding the broom, and looks like a steal, so I'm going to assume that was a steal of just 1, but we'll get a better glance.
Oh,
in a
and
second.
Mindy's saying it was a steal of 1 in the chat.
Naomi?
So
Back on our main sheet.
Naomi, hard.
There's lots of center guards to use for a steal here, but they haven't quite gotten into sit shot rock yet.
And we'll do that so you can see the measure going on C.
And a nice hit.
We know it's at least 2 red. They're measuring for a third.
When you're down this much towards the end, you have to fight for every point if
Oh,
you can.
yes.
Well, and also
Yeah.
now with the measure, the time's going to dwindle down to be able to play an 8th, so they really need the 3rd point.
Yep, they do.
Yeah, they are.
One more end.
Yeah, this 7th end for sheet C will be their last. There's no doubt about that.
I'm clearly biased and hopeful. But you never know with these things.
What's your money on here?
I can't tell. I'm thinking red.
Oh, 3.
It is 3.
So 8-6 now. Chiseling their way back after being down 8-1.
Team Fabian coming in with a nice heavy draw.
Yep, and now they're sitting 1 under the center guard. So we're probably going to see a come around here.
I think draw. If you're heavy, you'll be on top of theirs. Naomi! Naomi!
And they're going for line early. This is the first one in a while that they haven't been heavy on this line. They've really been going.
Hard, guys, hard. Hard.
This is going to bump on the red one in the top of the house.
Yeah. Weight was good with the sweeping. They just needed a little bit more broom. They just need to get one in there, though. There's plenty of guards to hide behind.
Yeah, they're going draw weight here all the way out to the side of the sheet, that broom.
I think they're kind of blocking that tap, but right now, the way it's curling, it might be easier for Plan B to play that out turn come around. They only need to get it into the 8-foot sit shot rock. There's a little bit more room. So all the way out on the edge, but it's coming all the way back, and it's going to corner the red stone. So that side of the sheet's pretty much gone, but the out-turn draw is still available. Let's see if they want to throw that, though. Yep, and that's what they're doing. So just need to get by that top guard, and it's going to suck on over if they have the right weight. It's been curling plenty. Touching it yet, so might be hoping for it to sit down a bit. Line was great, just a little heavy. Still haven't been using the sweepers too much this game.
I think it's going to... Nope. Yes? Okay, there we go. Yeah, the sweepers, I guess, will be ready for the next game.
They have not been sweeping
Yeah.
for weight. If anything, it's just to get it by a guard. But most of these shots this game have been there on its own. And an early update over on sheet C. There's 2 center guards and 1 back 12 for Team Nutmeg. And the Broom squad is playing a come around. All the way over on D. After the steal of 1 in 6. It's 7-5, and Ban the Crack has the hammer in the setup right now. There are 2 center guards for yellow and another red in there, so plenty to come around. And
Are we going to get an 8th end here on B?
Yeah, we have 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Okay.
So,
And there's only one more rock after
Yes.
this one, so.
yes.
in
So as long as they don't spend too much time discussing down here.
I'm a little surprised they're not electing to play the same shot they just played. So they tap it to sit shot, but it's wide open. And they only have 2 minutes, so you don't want them to dawdle here picking their shot.
Yeah. All right, they're getting the ice ready.
I hope they realize how close
Yeah.
it is.
Okay, she's coming.
They'll get it done.
Yep.
So is it the last stone has to be thrown before
Yeah.
10:50? Okay.
So we're going to get an 8th end here on the feature sheet no matter what happens on this shot. Unless we get a
Change of mind here.
unless we get a concession.
Yeah.
Right.
And no touch.
And both C and D know this is their last end.
Yes.
One of them said, "What? We can't throw all our stones in 7 minutes?" No, I don't think so.
If you agree with both teams to just throw the first like 4 or 5 rocks through, maybe you have a chance.
Maybe.
Oh, this is a good hit, but it's going to...
Ooh. It looks like it's a score of 1 or 2. That top right one's not counting, but
Yeah.
1 versus 2 is a big difference.
So
Here was
they're
4.
leaving that one. And, well, okay, they came to some kind of an agreement.
Yeah, I'm not sure the camera angle there was the best to determine if that was 1 or 2.
Yeah. Okay, well, they're hanging it already, so... It was
One.
only 1. Okay.
All right, so game on.
Yeah.
But they hung up the 6th end there instead of the...
Oh, you're right. Yeah, they hung the wrong...
They hung up wrong because it's 7-4.
Yeah.
That 6th end should be on the 4.
Yep.
And they need to put the... Yep, they're fixing it.
There we go. And
Okay.
now...
Okay.
There. There, they fixed it.
Let's get an overhead camera to try and update C and D here since it's the last end. So last end on D, yellow's sitting 2 and throwing.
They still have 3 rocks for
But
each
there's
team.
3 rocks for each team. So they're throwing another center guard here. And they're going to get a chance to sit enough rocks to steal the win or even send it to an extra end. And over on C, lots of guards to use.
Broom squad is sitting 1.
But the Broom squad's sitting 1 with a red right behind it. So it's going to be pretty difficult to get one to sit 2 in there. And we're starting with a come around for Kelles on sheet B. Any guards here in this last end aren't bad for yellow. Even if they're center guards, you need things that you can hide behind to get 3 points.
That one's going to be very nice because it's going to be on the line.
That one's a tight center guard, so it's splittable later, and they can hide behind that on the next one. And we got a clearing shot on C to open up the shot stone. Going into Skip's rocks in a second. And on D, we got another clearing, so yellow's still sitting 2, top 8 and back 12, and throwing center guard on Skip's first. They need to steal at least 2 to continue.
They just nudged that yellow one, but not enough to do anything.
Yep, and
not enough to cause a violation.
There's a little bit of a stagger there, so if you can come around deep enough, I don't know if the drag effect will be enough to get to it. So you might want to throw this one a little bit deeper so that there's not any double there.
So on C, we have Sandy strategizing her first skip stone.
We should get back to the overhead camera because D's now on the last 3 stones of the game. And yellow is sitting 3 without the hammer.
Oh, they're keeping things exciting for us.
Yeah.
A nice draw by yellow on B.
Yep, nice come around. So they're going to... The risky thing about this hit is, since they're not playing much weight, if they ever just barely over curl, they might chip that other yellow onto the rings. So it might be safer here to play more weight and just clear out the middle, but they're hitting the shot stone. All right, and look over on D. We have the first rock for the hammer team with 3 rocks left in the game. They're trying to make this double. Nice hit by Team Fabian. Get the shot rock out, and then we're going to have another chance to wrap around everything. And only get 1, but they have to hit that red stone to sit 3. Or they could draw somewhere to sit 2, but then it's just contact for the win. So they might want to play that red hit. And are we going to have, there's no time to play anymore on either of the other games for sure?
No, my timer's gone off.
All right, so this is for sure their last throw unless it goes to an extra end.
It's not an extra end yet. It's still just a draw to the button.
Oh, okay. Unless it goes to a draw to the button.
Only the finals are an extra end.
Okay.
Well, they're calling sweep right away.
And the come around is to the back 12, but that's not a bad thing this late in the game. You get as much separation as you can from the guards. And on D, the hit is successful. And stick around. So we have a nose hit available here for the win. But if there's a rollout, we're going to be going to skip rocks. And on C, we have skip rocks coming up here, with Nutmeg needing to steal 2.
I assume she's going for a very big weight hit.
Yes.
Well, yeah, they've spent a lot of time talking about this, so.
And back on sheet B, Team Fabian a little bit heavy and chips the plan B rock even further under the guards, so they have a chance to sit 2 under cover here and really bring 3 into play, maybe even 4. That's where clearing those center guards might have helped them earlier. And the big weight hit on C is not successful. They just cleared out the 1 yellow, but that blocks the easier side to get the yellow out. So they're going to have a circus shot incoming on their last. And now we have the last stone of the game on D away. Need a hit and stick for the win. They're sweeping it early. And now they're up. Looks pretty good. And that'll do it. Nice shot for Ban the Crack to win and advance to the finals of the C.
Yes,
C event.
C finals.
And now we have a chance to draw a 3rd one in undercover here on B.
Yeah.
Working hard to try and get it there. It looks like it's going to be on the paint somewhere. Great shot.
Wow. They've had some really nice draws on B this whole game.
And there's no double available there, so they're kind of in it now.
Okay, the Broom squad just sunk one right to the back of the button with their last one,
The only shot I see available there is an angle raised double to sit 2. Because they need at least 2 to send it to skip rocks.
Yes.
And they don't have the hammer.
Yeah.
You're holding it.
And here on B, it looks like it's going to overcurl and tap the yellow in.
Yeah.
So now they're sitting 4 with no easy doubles available
Yeah,
and
so
a
they're
chance
gonna
to
have
draw
guard.
a 5th one in.
Yeah.
If you guard, you leave that hit and roll on the back yellow, so you
Okay.
might want to be a little careful here
Okay.
and get another one into like the 8 foot or something.
see if I can cheat the near house mic up a little bit. See if maybe we can hear a little more.
Get some more insider information.
Might have to take a look and see if that mic can be worked on before our next.
Where exactly is the mic?
I think it's right here above the platform.
'Cause I need to know where not to stand in the future.
You can see it hanging on the. I think it's back here near the wall.
And it's in the house to sit 5.
Just touching.
And takes away the hit and roll.
But.
And over on sheet C, we have a final. The Broom squad has run Team Nutmeg out of rocks here.
So that'll finish that game with a score of 10-6.
Yes. So now we have 1 game left. And they're flipping the script here and going offensive.
But I don't think anyone has thrown on that side.
Nope.
Not for a while.
I'd be a little tempted to play that hit on the back 8 yellow myself.
Yeah.
Or maybe even just that double in the middle.
Yeah.
But on skip stones, if you don't make 2 doubles, they're going to have a chance to get 4. So I understand the decision to flip the script here. But it's a big shot. If this one's not made, they're going to have to hit and roll on that other one on their last.
This is quite wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been seeing some late curl, though, so if it's the right weight, it's going to have a chance. Looks close.
I think it might glide in there. Nope.
It's going to outcount only like one of them. Ooh, nope.
Oh.
Nope, it's going to stay out.
Yeah, they're running out of options here now. They're going to have the same shot on their last or the hit and roll on the 8-foot rock.
Yeah, Jackie's just telling them they should put one in the 12 to block the draw path.
I'd probably put one top 12 in front of the back 8 stone to make sure they can't play a hit to sit second or third. And then they have to go all in to play that same out-turn draw again. A lot of pressure on it.
Oh, and I thought they would call it from the other side.
Yeah, with that red guard where it is, it makes it a little bit more precise. You're going to have to come really close to the red to block that back one off. But I don't know. I think the Team Fabian is probably going to play that come around again. Almost no matter where this one stops.
Maddy's good. Maddy's good with the other side. Because they can cut us down this way. We need to get through. But I get it. Because what do we do? But there's no guarantee I'll get a card.
All right. And they're calling plenty of weight, so they're hoping it sits down a bit and doesn't leave any sort of wall to freeze to.
No.
This is going to be
T.
deep.
You might want to curl it and get a piece of the other one. Ooh. All right, well, that makes things interesting because you can draw down to that yellow and tap it back a little bit, and it could be pretty hard to remove. They need 3 to go to skip rocks or 4 to win. But they're electing to play the same shot.
You know, sometimes with shots like this is when I wish we had a telestrator. Be really fancy.
If that yellow had chopped off just a little bit more, they could have just frozen to it and made them play this draw for 3. But I think if they were to play that little tap, they would have this draw for the win.
So depending on what happens here.
Might not have to throw their last rock.
Well, it looks like a lot of weight.
I don't know, it looks pretty close. They need a sweep to get it by. If it gets by and goes to the back yellow, they still need to make a draw for 4.
Oh, no.
It wrecks, but they're going to sit 4th.
Yeah. But now they have a open hit to remove that and sit.
An open hit or an in-turn draw with backing.
I mean,
either one, whatever the skip prefers.
Throw the same draw since she just made it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to play the hit, that's fine. If you want to play the draw, it's fine. It's whatever the skip's preference is here.
Yeah, if you got that hit and stuck, you'd sit for 7.
All you need is 4.
Right. Can't be too greedy. But it is 5 and under. So they do tend to be aggressive.
There's no difference between 7 and 4 here.
Yeah.
No, you're right. But that's us more experienced curlers sucking.
Oh, it looks like they're switching to the hit now.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
I think they
Told
want
you. It's,
Oh, no.
You talked
No,
them
they're
into
back.
it.
They're
Oh,
back.
nope, nope.
They're back.
Oh, okay. Hey, they can't hear me. So they're thinking like 5 and unders.
I
Or at
can-
least they were for a moment.
I concur. That's exactly what I would have thought too. I'd be like, oh, 7's better than 4. In reality, she just needs the 4. And she
Okay.
just did the shot.
She did not delay in the hack.
They should be cleaning this unless it's like hack weight. You need to
Yeah.
make sure it doesn't overcurl.
Yeah.
You can be pretty heavy and still
They
make
can't.
it.
They can't hurt it too much.
Exactly. I'm surprised they didn't at least
Ooh.
clean.
Oh,
Oh.
it's hot.
Is it through?
Oh.
So that's 3, which
Okay.
Goes to Skip's Rocks.
ties
All
this
right.
game.
Oh my goodness.
I have duties again.
They just wanted to give us some bonus curling. More
Okay.
excitement.
So this will be,
This is for all the marbles.
yeah.
Chance to go right back onto the ice again.
Gosh.
Yeah, 'cause-
yeah, they go out at 12.
Yep. So they're gathering up their 1 rock.
We need someone to get the measuring
So
device.
I think
I think Allison was getting it.
Allison was grabbing. Yeah, she's gonna get the electronic measure. Jackie was thinking they're drawing from this end to the far end, and it's really the opposite.
Jackie needs to bring her weight down on this one now.
So important that it doesn't have to be the skip to throw. The
No.
rules are it can be any member of the team. Sweeping is allowed, but only for the delivering team. So no defensive sweeping. A standard, last stone draw, as you would call it, Andy.
Yep.
Hi, Jamie. Now, oh no, sorry. There we go. Now try.
Good morning.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Dylan. Hey, Andy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Laura.
Hi, Laura. I'm Jamie.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so
Let's see if sweepers are used here. We have not been seeing sweepers used too often for weight this game. Across the board.
Where's my stopwatch?
you want to time that hog to hog, don't you?
All right. The line's a little bit tight on this one, but the weight looks close.
They're giving it some sweeping.
Yeah, they're going hard.
Yeah, Jackie calling hard. That looks like it's going to sit quite nicely.
Up. They're coming up. It looks
they
like
can control that, yeah.
Ooh, it's looking.
Jacqueline Sharp.
all right.
Oh,
And Jackie sliding casually back down the ices.
so
We got a nice 0 here. And in order to have another skip stone, we need another pin.
Yeah.
Unless we do a double measure.
We
yeah,
have,
they're gonna need
they're-
to do a double measure.
Drawmaster
So-
Eric.
So we aren't going to have 2
Except
draws. They're doing
he's-
it. They're doing a double measure.
Not doing it right, but that's
But they don't have the holes
That's
on
true.
the
On the forefoot.
forefoot, so he doesn't want to melt the house.
Well, I mean, it could be closer, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they triangulate.
The reason that actually became a thing, that they double measured pins, was back in the Olympics. Team China, Ru Lu, pinned every single draw. So they needed to be more precise to make a difference between pin and really pin.
Yeah. Wow. All right. They like the weight so far. Little light, the call.
so they did elect to have both the skips throw.
Yeah. That looks like it's all there. It's got to move quite a lot. It's coming out of the bottom of your
This
screen.
might
one
be
is
heavy.
All right.
Wow.
gonna slide on too deep.
Great effort by Team Fabian.
So a great comeback by
Great comeback.
Plan B,
Wow.
and a tough finish for Team Fabian, but a good fight throughout that game.
Great Sunday curling.
Wow.
All right, well, that is going to wrap up our coverage of the C and D semifinals. As a reminder, Team Brantley won 8-2 over the Frosty Panthers. We just saw Team Fabian fall to Plan B, 8-7. And they will, so Brantley and Plan B will play each other in our D final at noon. And then our C semifinals, the Broom Squad 10 over Team Nutmeg, the Spice Girls with 6. And hashtag Ban the Crack defeated Rochester 8-5. And so the Broom Squad and Ban the Crack will play each other in the C final. Also, we will have the A and B event semifinals that were decided, finals that were decided last night with our semis, and we will have those for you as well, with the A and B games being our feature games on sheets B and C. So we will see you in about 45 minutes or so.
Thanks for joining, and hope to see you again in 45 minutes.